Okay, here's the evens from yesterday. I'm going too fast. Just pause at home. I'm just going to go over the raw solutions right now. 56. You had to find the slope to be 7/8. Once you find the slope, choose one of these points and solve for y to get to this point. They also asked for a graph. So I'd probably start with y-intercept of -1/2, unless you use the points like they did. They plotted those 2 points and drew the line through. But you could also plot this and go up 7/8. Okay. All right, 66. All right, the lines are neither parallel nor perpendicular. They're not negative reciprocals of each other, as you can see, and they're obviously not the same. So we say neither for this one. Okay, 68. These are opposite reciprocals of each other now, so we should say perpendicular for this one. Okay. 74. It's like 73 from yesterday, so we're quite on the right track on this one, so hopefully you are today. You got to find the slope of the line they gave us, which was -1. Now we can write the line of the equation of a line parallel to this with the given point. Plug it in, solve for y. Okay. B, now it says perpendicular, so we change the slope to +1 and continue with the same steps. Okay. 78. This is one where sometimes the point slope formula might not work so well, especially since they gave us a line that's undefined. So here's what I recommend you guys do in a situation like this. X equals 4, what does that look like? Okay, right here at 4, we should have a vertical line. So part A said come up with an equation of a line parallel to this one, so it should still be X equals a number, but it has to go through the point 3, -2. So if it goes through that point, oops, yeah, I'm at the right spot, 3, -2. If it goes through that point, then what's the equation of this line I just drew? And hopefully we know how to identify that. This has to be X equals 3. Okay, so not really work to show, it's just reasoning or get a graph going in front of you. You can also use this for part B, why not? If it's perpendicular to a vertical line, then they're talking about a horizontal line. Okay, but it still goes through this point. So a horizontal line that goes through that point, there it is. What is this line? Y equals -2 is that line. Okay. All right, now the applications. Let's see, 88. Interpreting slope. First part, M1 is 51.52. Smallest slope, was 11.229. Now, if you chose different coordinates, you might have slightly different slopes here, but that's what they chose is the biggest increase and the smallest increase. Here's B, 31.8. And C. How do we interpret that? Remember, this is where I told you in the notes, get your context. What is the context? Change in Y over change of X. So for this one, the change in Y was the billions of dollars in sales, and then the change in time was down here, right? It's money over time. Okay. All right, and 96 and 98, last two. 96 is right here. Okay, the key is to get the points. So again, it said 10 years later, the copy machine is worth 2,000. So how much time has passed at the beginning when it was $24,000? 0. Okay, so 0 time has passed, value, 10 years has passed, 2,000. Now that you have this, find the slope. And now you have the slope and a point. So use point slope form to get it going. Okay, so here's the final answer. You could have y equals mx plus b if you want. But there it is. 98, A through C. Here's 98A. Once again, check your coordinates. If it doesn't make sense, read it again at home and make sure you understand why they're setting up the coordinates this way. Okay, we have a slope of 150. Once you get the right coordinates, pick a point, throw it in point slope form to get this for your final answer. Okay, 150t plus 820, or 150x. Okay, B, interpret the slope. What does 150 mean? For every 1 year that passes, that's the increase of weight of an average male child's brain. Okay, and C is 1,120. Okay.